All right, hello everybody. This is Rich DeVita, and we're really excited that you're here for today's webinar and that you're a first-time attendee to the AALU meeting. I think your time today will be well spent just to orient you into the areas of the meeting that I think you'll find real value in. I would say parenthetically, I just got back from Chicago where we did a full run-through of the meeting, and the content's going to be really amazing. You know, I'm sure you've seen the lineup, including Theo Epstein and Charles Krauthammer and Inky Johnson, but also having somebody from the Trump administration and Mick Mulvaney, the director of OMB. So Marissa's going to go through that and the rest of the team here in a bit. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rich DeVita. I've been a member of AALU since 2001. I'm the incoming board president. And over the 16 years that I've been a member of AALU, I can tell you that it's been something that's been on my calendar at the beginning of every year. I find it to be a great time to really reconnect with the industry, to see old friends, to find out, to do some networking and find out what's going on in the business. And then it's incredibly valuable also to go to Capitol Hill and meet with your members of Congress and tell them what we do and think and hear from them directly what they're thinking about and dealing with. And I've found over the years that that's been a real competitive advantage for me in coming back to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live, meeting with my clients and being able to tell them I was just in the congressman or senator's office and this is the conversation we had about name the issue of the day. So really thrilled that you're going to be coming. Look forward to meeting all of you, or as many of you as I possibly can. And just a note about the webinar. This is meant to be interactive. So be sure and submit any questions you have. There's a Q&A feature on the control panel. So don't be shy about shooting some questions our way. But anyway, with that introduction, let me introduce you now to Marissa Newberry, who's Assistant Director of Member Relations. And she'll take you through the rest of this, and I look forward to meeting you in just 10 short days. Marissa?
Thanks, Rich. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being on with us today. We're really excited to have you all at the meeting, and I'm going to give you a quick run-through of the day-to-day schedule so you can get an idea of how each day is organized. There is a much more detailed schedule in the program book that you'll receive at your registration and in the app, which I will also get to in a bit. But for now, here's a quick overview starting with Sunday. So we kick off Sunday with lunch in the exhibit hall from 11:30 to 1:30, followed by our first round of workshops from 1 to 3:45. After the first round of workshops, we have our general session from 4:15 to 5:30, and then we get into the welcome reception in our exhibit hall, followed by the first timers reception. Now, I highly recommend that everyone on this call attends the first timers reception. It'll be held in the Anthem restaurant in the Marquee, and a lot of the AALU team will be there to introduce themselves and introduce you to each other. It's a really great opportunity for you to get to know the team and network. Following that, there will be the DC Night Out, which is off-site at the City Tap House of DC. It's right across from the hotel within walking distance, and that'll be from 9 p.m. to midnight. Okay, so then we go into Monday. Monday is the extra long day, starting at 6 a.m. with a fun run sponsored by John Hancock. Then we have two different breakfasts. First is the breakfast in the exhibit hall, and then there's also the women's breakfast. Everyone is encouraged to attend the women's breakfast. I know last year we had a really great turnout. Both breakfasts go from 7 to 7:45. Then we have our big general session from 8 a.m. to noon, and then we follow that with lunch in the exhibit hall 12 to 1. Our workshop schedule on Monday is pretty rigorous. It goes from 2:15 to 5 p.m. And then we have our President's Dinner with live entertainment on Monday evening from 7 to 9. We will be having Dennis Miller there, and he should be putting on a great show for everyone. As a side note, because I know a lot of people ask this question, typically the attire for the annual meeting is business casual, but many people do choose to dress up a bit for the President's Dinner. So if you want to wear a suit and tie or a nice dress, this would be the event for that. Going into Tuesday, let's see, we start again at 7 o'clock with breakfast in the exhibit hall. Then we have our general session from 8 a.m. to 10. And then at 10 o'clock, we kick off the Capitol Hill Club departures. So we have Hill meetings from 10:30 to 4. And then but at the same time, we have our Capitol Hill Club regional breakout sessions at the Marquee from 10:15 to 11. We have a rooftop lunch at our 101 office from 11 to 1. CHC town halls are 1 to 4, and then we have our closing reception at the 101 rooftop. Tuesday is definitely business formal attire for those of you going to meetings on the Hill. And now I'll kick it over to Josh so he can give you a better overview of the Capitol Hill Club and how that works. Josh?
Yeah, thanks guys, and thanks everyone for making the time today. So one of the most exciting parts of the meeting, at least in my humble opinion, is what we call Capitol Hill Club, or more commonly known as CHC. And basically what Capitol Hill Club is it's a great opportunity for you to go up on the Hill, meet with members of Congress and their staff, and talk a little bit about, the issues that are facing the industry today, a little bit about, your own personal practice, where you are in the business, what you're doing, and what you're hearing from your clients. We as a team here at AALU do our best to get up there and make sure that we're, educating members on all the challenges that we face and all the good work that you guys do. But really, you're the best at doing that. You're the strongest voices in that area. When they hear from people like us, they'll hear from 50 of us a day. But when they get a constituent in there, especially, and somebody that's in the business, that really means a lot to them. So getting the ability to take this opportunity, which, most of you folks probably don't live in the area, don't get a chance to come to DC all the time, is incredibly valuable. And it's, a thing that we do every year. So it's something that we definitely are really high on and really think is a great opportunity for you guys. So, kind of the nuts and bolts of CHC, it's, you meet here at our offices at 101 Constitution. We have buses that bring you over from the hotel. We'll make sure that you have all your schedules. And then you go up to the Hill with other AALU members, other folks that you might meet at Millennials Night Out or a DC Night Out, other folks that you might have met over the course of the meeting, other people that you maybe came to the meeting with. And then you go up to the Hill and you'll have multiple meetings with congressmen, senators, and their staff. And it's super, I know I mentioned it a little bit before, but it is really, really important to do this. The life insurance industry constantly has a lot of challenges up on the Hill. There's a lot of education we need to do. I'm sure many of you folks have heard, about the DOL fiduciary rule that's been going on over the last couple of years. We have a major tax reform exercise coming up. And so, taking this opportunity to go up there, meet with your members, and tell them your story and what's going on is incredibly important. And like I said, because it's, that one time a year, especially that for sure you'll be in DC, it's really, critical to take advantage of it. One of the things I also like to tell you, for folks, especially, if it's your first time coming to the annual meeting, it's your first time going up on the Hill. It can seem fairly intimidating to meet with a member of Congress. Where do you go? Who are you going to be with? Who's going to be there? What are you going to say? The great part for you is that's what we're here to do. We are here to kind of walk you through step by step on the process. We're here to make sure that you're prepped with all the information you can have. We'll make sure that, we'll get you to the right spots. We'll make sure you know where you're going, make sure you know who you're meeting with. And so we'll really kind of help take out some of that guesswork for you, to make sure that you have a great experience, that the member of Congress that you're meeting with, that they get something valuable out of meeting with you. Because they're really looking forward to meeting with you and getting a chance to hear your perspective. So we have the ambassador desk that will be up and running the entirety of the meeting. We'll be there, so please don't hesitate to stop by, ask us any questions. If there's something you don't feel comfortable with, if you kind of want to talk something out a little bit, that's what we're here for. We're here to get you scheduled into meetings. We're here to make sure you know exactly where you're going and what you're going to be doing. So it's really not an intimidating process. It's something that's pretty easy. We do our best to make it as easy for you as possible. So please feel free to, again, come by and ask us any questions. If you're interested in participating in CHC, one of the first things you're really going to want to do is sign up for the website, or excuse me, sign up on the website to enroll in the actual program so that we know that you want to come. From there, we'll go ahead and get you enrolled into some meetings kind of based off, where you're coming from, interest that you've highlighted for us. And then also download the meetings app. It's going to be a little bit different. The CHE app is different from the main app, which I know Marissa is going to talk a little bit about. But that will have your schedule in it. It'll have some talking points for you. It'll have you follow-up questions, that potentially after, you have your meeting with a member of Congress that you can follow up with. So you should have already received a email about the CHC app in registering for CHC. So if you haven't, please feel free to reach out to myself or Brendan Gleason, also here on our team. We'll definitely be able to help you. Because really within that app, you'll be able to get, maps of where you're going, who you're going to be meeting with, and also some of the talking points and specific questions that we might want you to ask your members. So lots to do. It's a great process. It's really a lot of fun. We have had members that have been coming to the AALU annual meeting for 30 years because they really want to go up to Capitol Hill. And we have the definite great opportunity this year of both chambers are going to be in session this year. So both the House and the Senate will be here. And as everyone I'm sure knows, there's lots going there's lots going on in DC right now. So there's plenty to talk about. So we're here to help in any way possible. So please feel free to reach out to us.
Okay, thanks, Josh. I'm going to go over the app real quick for everybody. So our annual meeting offers a mobile app, and it's kind of the hub of all the meeting information. You can easily go to the App Store and search AALU to find it, but we will also send another email to all attendees with a link to download the app directly from the email as well. The login information is just your email address, and the password is lowercase AALU 2017. If you have any questions about it, you can come up and ask anybody at the registration desk at the AALU booth, and we'll be able to help you out. But the app offers a complete schedule of all speakers, workshops, and events. You can build your own personal daily schedule from the app. And another important feature is that you can download the content from the speakers and workshops from the app. So it's a great tool. It allows you to get connected with the meeting and fellow peers that are attending. It also has its own internal social media platform, so you can post photos and comments throughout the meeting. The app has a game feature, and there are daily prizes for those who participate in the app. You can get points by checking into sessions, rating them, posting photos, things of that nature. And to highlight some of the prizes you could win, you could receive, I think we have an iPad, an Apple Watch, or a ready-made wine cellar. So definitely encourage you all to get take a tour around the app and really get to know it well, because it can really be a great tool throughout the meeting. And now I'm going to turn it over to Lauren. She's going to talk to you about how to get the most out of the meeting.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm the Assistant Director of Member Relations also. We are very excited and looking forward to seeing everyone at this year's meeting. Marissa and Josh did a great job of kind of going over the schedule in CHC. And as you can see, we have a really jam-packed schedule, and we just want to make sure that you're getting the most out of this experience, because again, we do this for you. We have put together a list of top 5 ways to get the most out of the meeting, and so I'll just go over those. 1, we recommend that you plan ahead and map out your schedule. Plan accordingly. We have an incredible lineup, and we want to make sure that you get the most out of the sessions. We recommend that you look at the sessions and events prior to attending the meeting. As you're flying in, if you're taking the train, that's a really great opportunity to kind of just pull everything up and kind of map out what is going to be going on and determine what is interest to you. We also recommend, if you're maybe going with a colleague, that you maybe pair up and go to different events so that you can come back and connect on what you learned from each session, so that you can again get the most value out of it. We also recommend, again, downloading the app, because this is a great and valuable tool in helping you map out your day. 2, networking and engage with peers. We encourage you to meet new people, interact and engage. And remember, some of the greatest ideas and conversations happen in the halls and during our networking events. And it's important that you utilize that opportunity to make those connections. 3, we suggest that you visit the booths and exhibit halls. Again, this is a great place to network and connect with the AALU team. It's a great way to connect and download what you've learned with colleagues, and also it gives you the opportunity to get some really awesome, great swag as well. 4, we recommend that you look for 3 new ideas that you can apply to your business. At the end of each meeting or session, if you can write down the key takeaways so that you can do some follow-ups, it'll help you jog your memory as you do the transition of returning back to the office. And then, again, we really want you to utilize us and the AALU team. Ask us questions, provide us with feedback as you go along, because we will always are really happy to assist you and help you. And again, just to close up and reiterate the importance of downloading the app, we really do recommend that you download it prior to coming to the event so that you can see how to navigate through it. You can build your schedule and things of that nature. And so now we just want to open it up for any questions that you may have. Okay, it looks like one of the questions that we just received is in regards to the master's classes. So we have 3 master's class options. You can only attend one of them. So if you signed up for one or it's booked, then you would then go on the wait list, and we will inform you about what master's class you've actually been in, where you are on the wait list, and we'll confirm if you actually will be able to attend, and you'll receive a ticket for the master's class when you check in at registration.
And keep in mind that all of the speakers who are doing master's classes will be speaking during the general session. So everyone will have a chance to hear all of the speakers speak. The master's classes are just additional closed, smaller, more intimate sessions, and those are what the tickets are required for. Okay, see that someone asked, is the password for the CHC app the same as for the main app? Josh, do you know what the password for the CHC app is?
Sure, it'll actually be a separate password that you're going to set up when you register. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be, one of those 19-digit with, 6 exclamation marks on it. So, but yes, it is different than the one you'll use for your main app.
Okay.
Fantastic. Also, we received another question in regards to the Hill visits and the questions that you will provide, Josh. So can you kind of go over the list of questions, where they can find it?
Sure, yeah, of course. So we're still formulating the exact questions we want to ask. We'll probably be trying to keep provide those as soon as, or as close to actual CHE as we possibly can. Next week in DC, there's a lot going on. There's possibility of revisiting the ACA repeal. There's also the possibility of a government shutdown, as they have to fund the government this week. So we want to make sure the questions that we give to you guys are as recent and relevant as possible. All the questions will be found in the app, so they'll be right on your mobile device, so you can check them right as you're walking into the meetings. Pretty straightforward. There's not going to be anything overwhelmingly technical or complicated on there. Just making sure that, we kind of have standardized questions that we're asking a lot of the members. And that way, when you guys provide us feedback, it all kind of lines up and we can get a pretty broad picture of what's going on up there.
Okay, it looks like someone asked about the special session with Mick Mulvaney. Yes, that is a members only session. So if you're interested in attending that, you can reach out to either myself or Lauren Moore to register for membership with us. It's a pretty quick and easy process. Just we'll provide our contact information via email at the end of the webinar. So you can just reach out to us and we'll get that registered, taken care of quickly. Another question we just received is, let's see, the Capitol Hill Club pickup location and what they do with their luggage on Tuesday. Josh, you want to answer that?
Sure, of course. We encourage you, if, so you'll be picked up at the hotel and then dropped off in front of our office at 101. If at all possible, we encourage you to keep your luggage at the hotel. If you need to grab a flight after, right after your meetings, that's not a problem. Just bring it to 101 on the buses and then go up to the roof where we'll be hosting a lunch and then a reception after everyone's done with their Hill meetings. There will be a place for you to store your luggage up there.
Okay, great. And someone asked about Wi-Fi access at the meeting. There will be a special AALU annual meeting Wi-Fi access, and there will be the network and password will be up and posted for everyone at the meeting. So be on the lookout for that. But again, if you have any questions, you can always go up to the registration desk or find me and Lauren at the AALU booth in the exhibit hall or around different events. We can always help you out, point you in the right direction, and give you more information. Is there any other questions or anything else anyone else would like to touch on before we finish up? All right, great. Well, thanks everyone for meeting with us today. I really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you all at the meeting. Please, again, feel free to reach out to us with any questions if you need anything at all. We'll see you in 10 days and look forward to having a great meeting this year.